Well, while there was there was intense rivalry. Man, we were up late last night on the basketball court. There was also political rivalry brewing during commercial breaks. Two competing ads painted very different pictures of Conservative leader Andrew Scheer. So here to break this down and other political news of the week is the Globe and Mail's Laura Stone. Good to have you here. I understand you were also up late.
I was watching those political ads. That's why I watch basketball games, Anne-Marie.
I love that you're working so hard for us. All right, there was a special interest group known as Engage Canada. They took out a very expensive ad to air during Game 5. What was their message?
Their message was essentially linking Andrew Scheer with Doug Ford, calling Andrew Scheer the Conservative leader weak, saying that he will not stand up to Doug Ford. This is a strategy from this left-leaning group who has some political strategists behind it who worked for the NDP. For instance, Unifor, one of the unions, has been promoting it as well. They're trying to link Andrew Scheer and Doug Ford because they view Doug Ford as an unpopular figure, especially here in Ontario. And we saw Doug Ford recently break the legislature for 5 months. So they're really trying to link those two political figures together in a negative way.
Meanwhile, an anti-Trudeau group has been running ads during the playoffs too. What's their strategy here?
Well, they're revisiting that message, that just not ready message from the previous election.
Can we pause and point out that didn't work so well for them as he won a majority?
It didn't, but they brought those same actors together to kind of, I think they're pushing the message that Justin Trudeau has been a disappointment. You know, that he was supposed to be something different and that he has proved to have disappointed a lot of those progressive voters that voted for him. They don't use the hairline though, the nice hair line in this one. But I think they are trying to kind of show there was a beacon of light, I guess, in the previous election. A lot of people put their faith and trust in Justin Trudeau, and they're trying to prove that he has let down a lot of those voters.
And both of these groups, though, maximizing the audience that was there watching Game 5 for the Raptors.
Absolutely.
Expensive ad time.
A very expensive ad time, and there are no spending limits right now. There will be as of June 30th because of the Liberals' new election legislation, but right now it's a frenzy, and they also don't have to disclose who's behind these groups yet.
So lots of bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
On those ones. We know yesterday that the Liberals announced their plan to ban single plastic use yesterday. Meanwhile, Conservative leader Andrew Scheer is under pressure to come up with his own plan for the environment. What's taking so long, Laura?
Well, Andrew Scheer said he will release his climate plan by the end of this month. But it was interesting over the weekend. We had Green Party Elizabeth May, who was polling very high. In some polls, she's tied with the NDP, for instance. She said she would work with any party in a minority situation as long as they have a credible climate plan. I think that was a message to Andrew Scheer, who is supposed to release his plan by the end of this month, that he does have to present something palatable to those progressive Green and NDP voters.
All right, and then Facebook, let's take a quick look at them. They've been criticized, of course, for their role in misinformation campaign during the U.S. election. Lots of talk about their role here in our upcoming federal election. Can they do anything to stop the spread of misinformation on the internet?
Well, the spy agency has warned that there will be attempts to have foreign influence in Canada's election. They've launched, because of this new legislation I was talking about earlier, they have launched an online advertising tool where you can search out on Facebook. It's launching today who is behind the ads and how much they have spent. They also have to prove that these ads are based in Canada. They have to come from a Canadian advocacy group. So this is supposed to get the political interference, foreign interference out of Canada's election.
We'll see how effective that is. Laura, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.